to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway in Foxborough. And he'll go down as his drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
To the air, May. Short pass caught by Henry. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Patriots at 9 and 6 now. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The tight end Henry here in motion. Play action, May. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Here's May. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Keyshawn Boutte with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And you see the numbers in last week's game for Warren.
16 carries, 57 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers.
No doubt, they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Warren will try to right side.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Jalen Warren with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Patriots offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
And he's going to have the Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
From the shotgun, May with it.
Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
On play action, May.
And this one is incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Over 1st and 10, deep in their own territory.
The Steelers offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now run straight ahead with Warren to about the 48-yard line. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. A handoff for Warren. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Now you look at this Patriots defense.
They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
7-7, our score after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That completes it again to Metcalf.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd and 1 now from the 21.
He'll look to throw.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the give, it's Warren.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Jaylen Warren
with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. May. Out right to Bourne.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Throwing here is May. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
It'll be a gain of 5. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Bourne. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Got his man. It's Warren.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage.
Now a run with Warren.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
98 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Warren. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
11 more on that one and another first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they got to get to the 23 here on third. They'll look to throw. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
To throw, it's May. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
They'll throw with May.
Short pass caught by Henry. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
He'll drop to throw.
Gets this complete to Butte.
They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a first.
From the shotgun, it's May.
Short pass caught by Henry. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
From the gun, it's May. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And he's got it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Bates' kick is good.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, Plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Raiders seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. We saw a solid first half out of running back Jaylen Warren.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steelers offense and their running back Jaylen Warren headed back onto the field. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Harold Landry in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. On the return is Jones. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the third. Ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To the air, May. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 1. Short pass caught by Henry.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. From the shotgun, May with it. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able, not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
Here's May. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. May.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Drake May. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Pats have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, now how about this return?
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5.
Back to throw.
That's complete to his tight end flyer move.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended target.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this one incomplete. I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the 1st half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Throwing here is May.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with 3rd down looming. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2.
On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kyle Duggar. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Foxborough. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulled out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, picking these up. This time it's 3rd and 3. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds Douglas complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he will have the Patriots 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
Hunter Henry. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Patriots are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren.
The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter.
It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hands it off out of the gun. 91 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And that should do it. He's got a first down, and the Patriots can run it out from here.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing,